Wednesday morning, July 16th. Thanks for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridmann.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We have 2 full hours to get through, so let's run down what we have brewing for you this Wednesday.
A partnership more than 20 years in the making. Temple, Brith Cottish, and the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra are teaming up again for a special summer concert. We'll get a closer look at the upcoming show and how it's honoring legacy and supporting our community.
Yeah, and then start your engines, because NASCAR weekend is racing back to Watkins Glen next month. We're going to be taking a look at the 3 days of nonstop action, and some of the series fans can look forward to as well.
Yeah, and then coming up later, Rochester's Party in the Park concert kicks off tomorrow night. We're going to be joined this morning by the headlining band Cruel Summer for a special live in-studio performance.
Listen, the in-studio performances,
yeah,
tops in my
they've been
book.
excellent.
Yeah.
You won't want to miss that.
Lots of fun. Before all of that, we do want to talk about the weather, because it's going to be hot, humid. It's already hazy out there. And then later on, we could see some storms develop. Meteorologist Marty Snyder in this morning with what areas across the greater Rochester region can expect. Hey, Marty.
Oh, thanks, Dan. Yeah, we're going to see at least the shower and thunderstorm risk increase as we head deeper into the day, mainly that midday and afternoon focus for that activity. Short term, not too bad, but like Dan mentioned, it is humid out there to start the day. We're starting off with 76, and that dew point, that continues to work up. That's up to 69 degrees right now. So, again, that number's pretty high, so you can notice that humidity out there. And I think as we go through the day today, it will be a story where we see these numbers mostly cross over into the 80s for highs, mostly well into that category, upper 80s. And we do have a heat advisory that does go into effect. That's mainly for the very late morning going into the afternoon. Potential is there for some of the heat indices to reach into the 90s today for a good portion of the area. Not for all counties, but all counties will be pretty hot during the afternoon, so it's that main theme that is going to hold. 88 today. That risk of thunderstorms increases by the afternoon. Some of those extend into some of the evening hours as well. Down to 73 tonight, so a very warm night coming up for us. 87 tomorrow. Still had chances there for a shower or thunderstorm. And then numbers pull back by a fair amount on Friday, even lower humidity by then as well. So you'll notice that change, and then temperatures back into the 80s again for Saturday, Sunday, and into early next week. So overall, pretty summer-like for a lot of these days. A little break from the heat and humidity into Friday, but overall still pretty nice then, even after that heat drops off a little bit.
Perfect summer weather.
Absolutely, and sleeping weather, too, when you look at the overnight lows.
Very true. Some cool nights, especially Friday night. I think it's going to cool down pretty well by then, especially.
Looking forward to sleep. Thank you, Marty.
Okay.
All right, we'll go off the top now. Start with things that have piqued our interest this morning. I'm going to start things off today with a conversation related to a story that I've talked about a couple times, most recently a few months ago. The infamous Annabelle doll, said to be possessed by a demon and ordered to be locked away for decades, has been on a cross-country road trip for months. But now, sad developments. The paranormal investigator who brought her to the general public has died. Annabelle is an infamously haunted Raggedy Ann doll, first linked to paranormal events in 1968. She was eventually locked in a glass case to contain the evil spirit entity after reports of violence and disturbances. This all according to Ed and Lorraine Warren. Now, before his death, paranormal investigator Ed said for the New England Society of Psychiatric Research and inspiration behind the Conjuring movies, he warned everyone not to move the doll. He said, don't touch the doll, don't do anything with the doll. Well, those orders were not followed by those part of the Institute and for those in charge of caring for Annabelle and other haunted items. They decided to hit the road. Dan Rivera, the senior lead investigator for the New England Society of Psychiatric Research, was reportedly given CPR at his hotel room in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, he was pronounced dead. He studied the history of Santeria and had been exposed to paranormal phenomena from a very young age. He appeared on several paranormal TV series, including the Travel Channel's Most Haunted Places and Netflix's 28 Days Haunted. So if you're a fan of those TV shows, chances are you probably know who he is. His official cause of death is still unknown as of yesterday afternoon, but according to the local coroner, his death came after sold-out shows over the weekend. This is all part of the Devils on the Run tour, that tour organized by NESPR and has made stops in Boston, Salem, Chicago, Denver, so on and so forth. Some people online have been pretty quick to draw connections between his work with Annabelle and his death. But as of right now, there is no evidence of foul play. The community, though, who loved and supported him, stunned and mourning a man who dedicated his life to exploring the unknown. His final tour stop, strangely, one of the most historically haunted cities in America. Now, again, I'm not saying that there is any connection here, but people online are saying that it's pretty unusual that this is happening. No cause of death has been announced yet, but sad still for the community, for those who have loved him, for his loved ones. He was a member of the armed services before leaving, and it's pretty sad.
Where did they get the idea to take this tour?
What do you mean?
Like, why? Whose idea was it to, hey, let's take Annabelle on the road?
So NESPR, the New England Society of Psychiatric Research, I can't remember, whatever it was. That is the organization that was responsible for caring for Annabelle and the other haunted or possessed objects. That used to be Ed and Lorraine Warren's business, and when they died, they left it to their family. Daughter and son-in-law, I believe, are the main ones who are in charge of running it. But this man who died was the senior lead paranormal investigator. So over time it developed. I mean, the family gave their approval for taking the tour on the road.
Listen, leave it be. Like,
Yeah.
why not? Okay. Going out on a limb. Why not destroy the doll?
That's
Why
a great
can't we set
question.
fire to it or something?
Okay, so I wish you would have asked me these beforehand, because I know that I've read it before because I read the book that they wrote. I'm trying to remember. It has something to do with the fact that it won't be destroyed. Like, it'll just take form in something else.
Oh, okay. And as long as the doll is here, we know where it is.
Yes. Yeah.
Huh. Well, listen, it's
It's a sad
tragic.
story. Yeah.
I would like to know when the coroner finds out, or the coroner, comes to a conclusion of what the cause of death is.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure many in that community would like to know as well.
If I had more time, I would have pulled some of the comments from social media. Did not have the time this morning. We've been running around like crazy. But take a look for yourself. It's pretty unusual.
Yeah. All right. Don't move the doll you have on your desk.
Daniel was kind enough to buy me my own Annabelle doll, which sits on my desk now. It has
It's an Annabelle look-alike.
Yeah, it has a note on it.
Yeah.
It says, "Super haunted, please do not touch."
And nobody has.
Nobody has.
Nobody has. All right, let's move along to my story. For my Off the Top this morning, we're talking about an infamous event that burst into flames. I'm talking about Fyre Festival. The chances of a second event ever happening, well, they are over. After years of false starts, broken promises, and a prison sentence, Billy McFarland has quietly sold off the rights to the Fyre Festival name. And he did it in a style that completely lacked the glitz and glamour once promised to ticket holders. He sold it on eBay for a whopping $245,300.
Wow.
Yep, on eBay. The same brand that once promised a luxury music experience in the Bahamas just sold to the highest bidder in the same place you buy used air fryers and old baseball cards. How do you like that?
I like it a lot.
Yeah. Fyre Festival first made headlines, you'll remember, in 2017, marketed as that ultra-exclusive getaway filled with celebrity influencers, private jets, gourmet food, and beachfront villas. What guests actually got was a rain-soaked disaster, tents from FEMA, and cheese sandwiches in styrofoam, and absolutely no music. The event was canceled before it even started, and McFarland was hit with a federal fraud charge. He pled guilty, went to prison for 4 years, and was ordered to pay $26 million in restitution. $26 million in restitution. But he didn't give up. When he got out, heck, when he was in prison, he made this announcement. McFarland announced Fyre Festival 2, saying it was a chance to redeem himself and pay back his debt. Tickets went on sale, and people actually bought them. Even though there was no lineup, no venue, no date, no actual plan, people paid money. Eventually, just like the first Fyre Festival, the second one, well, it fell apart too. Now the brand is gone. The name is sold, and whoever bought it hasn't said what they plan to do next. But let's be honest. Unless that money came with a plan, a permit, and some performers, this is likely just another lost chapter in one of the most infamous event fails of all time. For McFarland, the dream officially over now. That fire finally out.
Do you think that next year he's going to come out with another festival named like Waterfest? Opposite of Fyre Fest. And like it's actually going to be good.
And spell it W-Y-T-E-R.
Yeah. Whiter. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. Because he's dabbled in other things, too. I think there was some sort of credit card or business card, luxury card that he had ties to at one point in the past. And he's all about the glitz and glamour and celebrity and stardom and fame and looking like you have, you know, lots and lots of money when you're $26 million in the hole. I don't know. Maybe. And listen, if he does, more power to him. If he's able to turn things around and get back on the right track and not scam and con people, wonderful. But I'm surprised anybody was willing to give the guy a second chance with Fyre Festival, too. I would have been more likely to give him money to go and do something totally different, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, they say the third time's the charm. Maybe whoever bought it will actually be successful in launching the Fyre Festival.
And listen, maybe it will be successful because it doesn't have McFarland attached to it.
Could be.
You never know.
Hey, we have much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester. When we come back, Chris Lopez is live, getting a scoop of the sweet life this Wednesday morning.
Hey, and don't forget, you can watch us on the go wherever you are. ARC Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13WAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this. One of the best times for ice cream is always, but during this International Ice Cream Month, Chris Lopez wanted to get a special look at how one of New York's favorites gets made.
Yeah, he took a trip over to Perry's Ice Cream to learn more about their history and their operations, and he's also been tasting some of the flavors. We go live to him now, all decked out in his beautiful outfit on the factory floor.
Love the hairnet.
Yeah, Chris, what are you doing?
Thank you, I appreciate that, guys. So last time we were in another side of the factory. We were looking at how they make their pints, their gallons of ice cream. We have now shifted over to where we're looking at how they make the bars of ice cream. I'm here with Brian Perry this morning. This process is pretty cool from start to finish. There's a lot going on in this segment here. How do you guys start out? And we'll go all the way through the finished product over there.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. Like every operation, we start by flavoring a base mix in our flavor vats, and then from there we have to freeze it. So I like to say it's an industrial side custard machine. So an ice cream freezer basically takes the ice cream, freezes it from a liquid down to a solid about 21 degrees, and then adds air to it, because air is incorporated in ice cream to give it that mouthfeel that you get. And then from there, if we're adding an inclusion to that, which could be a candy, a nut, or a fruit, we add that through what we call a fruit feeder, ingredient feeder. And then once that's incorporated into the ice cream mix, it's blended and then sent over top to our extruded line here, which today we're running what we call the wire cut. And the wire cut is a hot wire that cuts the continuous flow of ice cream at a specific thickness with the stick inserted onto a frozen plate. And then that product will go into our blast freezer, which is about 35 below zero for 25 minutes. And that product that's on the plate, as you see right now, is about 21 degrees. And in 25 minutes, it'll be 20 below zero coming out the other side.
And then over here, is that same process happening, or is there a
They're taking
separate
the bars
process?
off the line. So this robotic picker is picking the line of bars off and then taking it then to our wrapping station. So the bars are picked off, and this line runs at about 350 bars per minute. So to give you an example, our other extruded line, which makes ice cream sandwiches, which is also a newer technology, only runs about 200.
And I want to nerd out a little bit on the machine.
Sure.
You guys are one of two, you said, companies that have this machine here. It's made in Denmark,
Yes,
I believe?
it's made in Denmark. The company, we're one of two companies that has some of the capabilities I explained earlier about making special products like the Perry's lineup of products that we'll look at here in a minute. So at this point, what he's watching is the bars have been wrapped through our wrapping station, and then they're being put on a conveyor to go through to our packaging center room after this.
And how efficient does this make your guys' job? It started out in 1932, making it on a stovetop. I can't imagine there was that many bars being made, especially per minute. When did you guys get this?
We put it into operation last year, but it was kind of funny. I was working with our village historian, and she found an article from the Akron Press back in 1938 that showed my grandfather with two friends of his making ice cream bars by hand, literally filling a 24 count mold rack right out of the freezer fresh, putting it into a cold brine tank to freeze it, and then inserting the sticks by hand, and then letting that freeze, and then pulling it out, and then dipping it into chocolate by hand, and then putting it in a bag by hand, and then putting it in a box by hand. So I'd really like to know how many dozen per minute they made back then.
1 dozen.
One, if that, compared to 350 bars per minute we do today.
Seems more satisfying, but the production wouldn't be there if you were doing it all by hand. And then we have the different flavors over here.
Right, all these products here are made on this line, so it's a new line of products. A lot of them are traditional flavors that we've had. One thing we want to do, we kind of of are featuring here is the Nutty Sunday ice cream bar. So everybody remembers the Nutty Buddies that we used to be make, but today we put that same creation on a stick. So if you're looking for like an old Nutty Buddy, you used to have it, back in the day, that's a Nutty Buddy on a stick.
There we go. And guys, coming up next, I will be sampling a few flavors of some ice cream. Very excited for that. We're gonna finish upstairs in the room that we started in. I'm hyped for that. More cotton candy to come, as well as some other flavors. Guys, back to you in studio.
Just pouring salt into the wound,
Yeah.
Chris. Pouring salt into the... You know what? We don't want to take your next hit.
I think we're gonna go to commercial.
Yeah,
break.
we'll go to commercial. Hey, don't go anywhere. When Arc Rochester returns, it's this morning's weather trivia.
Yeah, Marty will join us coming up next. Welcome back. Meteorologist Marty Snyder is here now with a look at some of the potential storms that we could have today, Marty, in that hazy, hot, and humid weather.
Yeah, all that and also weather trivia as well. So we'll take a look at that also. But yeah, we're starting off with temperatures mainly coming in somewhere in the 80s right now. So again, humid start to the day. But as we check the weather trivia for today, we have a question that we kind of touched on yesterday. It was a topic that we know Mark talked about. I'm not sure if he gave out the answer. So if he did, that's a little bonus. So you may have a little head start on this one, but it has to do with possible tropical storm hurricane activity that could form down in the Gulf sometime this week. Now, the next tropical storm to form in the Atlantic Basin will be named Dexter. I know we mentioned that yesterday. Now, this replaces a name that was retired after 2019. What name was retired?
I think I know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to say on Monday he said it.
Okay, good. So at least if you've been watching, you have a little leg
got
up
it.
on this. So we have
Done.
Desmond, Dorian, Diego, or Dahlia. Which one of those was
Listen,
major
props
enough?
to you for coming up with 3 names here.
I tried to
on
come
this
up with
list.
names that were kind of that hurricane-y type.
Yeah, I think you did a solid job.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
This
Absolutely.
is a random question. Do you know how they come up with it? Do they just kind of like go through a baby name book and they're like, okay, this one for A?
Yeah, usually what it is they come up with the names. I think it's the World Meteorological Organization. It's not the National Hurricane Association that does it. But what it is, they come up with the names that kind of represent the names from the basin, from the ocean where the hurricane would potentially impact. So Pacific ones come from a different name group. Atlantic ones come from a different name group. And then once one is significant enough, they retire the name just out of respect for
How do you get invited to have a chair in that consortium? That would be really interesting.
Probably, first of all, you need a ticket to Switzerland.
Okay. And
you have to be there at the right time and go into the right room at the right time. I'm sure it's somewhere in Switzerland, a neutral country that does that.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that's they come up with these names that are generally names in those areas where they could potentially hit.
It's like that is really neat.
It's like the emoji consortium because there is an
one?
actual group, an actual organization tasked with deciding what emojis are made.
Right, because they always have the new ones come up with the updates. So
it's wild.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah,
right.
I'm very impressed by that. That is like really, really neat.
It would be a cool job though, wouldn't it?
So then they have to select from a new group of names once once one's retired. It's every 6 years that they rotate through. So that's why this one was from 2019.
Okay.
Got it.
6 years
That would make
beyond
sense.
that.
But like you said, there are ones that have just been permanently retired.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
Sandy, Katrina.
Exactly.
Those ones, yeah.
Those ones, when they have a significant amount of damage. Both.
Dale?
Dale? That was
Dale.
on the list. Was it?
Gale.
Oh, Gale.
Yeah.
Gale. I think there was a Dale at one point as well.
Oh, okay.
That probably was retired.
Daniel? Is there a Hurricane Daniel?
I think that
sitting
was
right
on the
here.
list. I don't know if that was Atlantic or Pacific. We'll have to look that up. We'll check it out for you.
You've got one here in studio,
Yes.
honestly.
Dan, you're a typhoon.
Oh my gosh.
I guess it's time to get out of the forecast, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, today's going to be one of those days where you're going to see that heat and humidity just kind of hold, kind of similar to what we have been seeing over some recent days. So that is going to be the case today. We do have that heat advisory as we head through the afternoon. It's just high enough to trigger that heat advisory for at least some counties. Some are not under that heat advisory, but in general, it's going to be a hot afternoon for all areas. The heat index likely into the 90s as we head through the afternoon, probably in that mid-90s range for, I think, a lot of the area. So that'll be mainly centered on the early part of the afternoon, anytime from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., but mainly early afternoon, mid-afternoon time frame when that key point is triggered. But temperatures today, they're going to be mostly in the 80s going through the afternoon, mostly in the upper 80s for highs, heat index crossing over to the 90s. That chance is there for a thunderstorm as we head through the afternoon. Not much activity out there now for us. There's some down into Ohio, and a lot of it not really even thunderstorm activity for those areas. But for us, we may see a few new ones pop up in place. Not much happening on radar at this point, and I think that's the way it'll stay throughout the morning. We're starting off with some hazy sunshine out there, and I think that'll be the story as we go through the morning, at least, as we head into the afternoon. A few more clouds form. At 76 right now, dew point that's coming in well into the 60s for that current reading, so again, very humid out there. There's that cloud cover as that slowly builds as we head through the morning. Towards noon, you can see at least a couple little showers just begin to pop up across the area. May turn into a few thunderstorms as we head deeper into the afternoon, early evening as well, and even late evening. Still could see the last couple still trying to hold on out there, but the main trend is going to be towards that activity decreasing in coverage and tapering off pretty well as we head later into the evening and overnight especially. And then for the day tomorrow, the chance is there for a shower or thunderstorm. This one computer model in particular, not really showing much forming, but still a potential is there. So I'm still just a little bit concerned that we may see a couple pop up tomorrow, so we'll be monitoring for that. But today up to about 88 for a high. Overall, just a hot afternoon coming up for us with that heat advisory in effect. Only down to 73 tonight. So that number is about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. 87 for tomorrow, down to 76 for Friday. That's going to have a much different feel. Just the fact that the temperature will be lower, that's going to work in our favor, but also the humidity is going to be a lot lower, so you'll notice that. And then mostly in the near 80 and lower 80s range into the weekend and a lot of early next week. So really not bad for a lot of these upcoming days. A little excessive for some of that heat for the next 2 afternoons, but if you don't like that, Friday, maybe to your liking with a little lower humidity and not as much heat.
Yeah.
There is something, I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened in my childhood that I think this way. But there is something so idyllic to me about summer thunderstorm in the late afternoon, evening hours. There's something so perfect about it for me.
Yeah.
That I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You know?
I just like watching it roll in. You hear the thunder. It's like, hey, where is that? So I'll go outside, take a look. It kind of goes back to my childhood when, I was really interested in the weather then as a kid and, track thunderstorms. Didn't have radar online and things like that to look at back in that day. But, I was very interested in that kind of stuff.
It's very magical, I think.
As long as they hit someone else's house.
Getting a little misty-eyed here. We got to go to commercial.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We do have a lot to get to here on ARC Rochester.
We're back right after this. Thanks for sticking with us at 8:32 this Wednesday. Next week, Temple Brith Kodesh is hosting the RPO, teaming up once again to raise money for the community with a very special night of music.
This morning, we're getting a closer look at the concert this year and the very special relationship between the RPO and the Temple. It goes back many years. We're joined now by Rabbi Peter Stein and conductor Gerard Hardman. Good morning to you both. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
I want to talk about the concert coming up in just a second, but first, let's focus on the relationship between the Temple and the RPO. Who wants to tell us about it?
I'll say a little bit. It's really a very, very special partnership that we have. It goes back over 20 years. The Temple was able to provide some summer rehearsal space for the symphony, and it's grown from there into this wonderful partnership that we're able to not only enjoy the orchestra and the beautiful music, but to really support everything that the orchestra does in the community.
Did the congregation just want to sit in on those rehearsals? Is that really how it began?
I have to admit, it is one of my favorite times of the week when I walk in and hear the music playing and just find excuses to walk down that hallway within our building. There are many, many of the Temple members who are RPO subscribers and supporters and music fans and music lovers, and it's also a chance for us to work together, which is very important to us, really seeing us as a community partner.
And Gerard, what is it like for you and the RPO to know that you have a permanent home or a permanent second home or third home at the venue there at the Temple?
It really is. It's quite nice, and to be able to come into a space. You know, Rabbi Stein just informed me that 20 years ago, when this whole thing started, that the RPO was looking for a summer home that was air conditioned. And so, you know, we get very grumpy if we don't have, you know, if we're rehearsing all day and then we end up sweating and it's, you know, ends up stinking. But, you know, to have a space that actually, you know, cares deeply about the music that we're making, cares deeply about sharing with, you know, our communities. And again, it's the whole idea that these are two community partners coming together to make something more beautiful.
Wow, that is beautiful. And, you know, for performers, I feel like that's a pretty reasonable retainer. We just need air conditioning. That's nothing special.
Yes.
This is really a beautiful partnership. Tell us a little bit about the show and what people can expect.
So we've done this concert for the whole time, for 20 plus years, and the RPO program's always a really beautiful concert, choosing music that they think we're going to enjoy. And what we've done this year is we've named the concert in memory of one of our past leaders, the late Warren Heilbronner, who was a remarkable person. He was a survivor of the Holocaust. He was a past president of the congregation, a leader in many different kinds of charities and nonprofits in the city. And so it's now the Warren Heilbronner Memorial Concert, so we have a chance to honor his memory and his legacy and enjoy this music. And you'll never be in a setting where you'll be that close to a world-class orchestra, where you are as close as we are to each other sitting in our hall.
Yeah.
Rabbi, how much say do you have over what the rundown of music is?
So, with one exception, actually none at all.
Really?
Part of the partnership is that we trust the RPO, like Gerard and I were talking about. He was envisioning this theme. I'll let you talk more about the theme, but it's really, we figure out the date and all that, and the leaders of the RPO figure out the music. The only exception to that was the year we were coming back in person after COVID, and we did a sort of very special concert to help us prepare for our High Holy Days. And we worked with the conductors to choose music that was appropriate for that season. But other than that one exception, it really is to the discretion and the talent of the conductors.
Wow, excellent. So then what have you planned for this show?
Well, the large overarching theme is love. And I think that's something that, you know, in the summertime, anytime, we just need to be reminded of what it feels like to be embraced by music, what it feels like to be embraced by our communities. And so you get, you know, wonderful classics like Porgy and Bess, you get things like Moon River from Breakfast at Tiffany's, and you also get some, you know, pieces that you might even not think about, like Eric Whitacre's A Boy and a Girl, which, you know, tells this beautiful love story that just, it's as matter of fact as life itself.
Wow.
So.
I think one other thing that's special about the concert is for a number of years, we've had a featured soloist who's a young person, a teenager who's won a special competition. Yes. So that'll be happening this year as well.
Yeah.
That is excellent.
Yes.
Wow, it sounds like a terrific event, open to the public. Anybody can come. How do they need to register? Do they need tickets?
Yes,
How does that work?
So it is open to anyone and everyone, so everyone should feel, please join us. It's next Wednesday at 7 o'clock at Temple B'rith Kodesh. You can go onto our temple website, tbk.org, and there's information about tickets and sponsorships and all the rest. The general ticket in the open section is just $36 a person, so very easy. And then there's student prices, and then there's sponsorships and all that available as well. But tbk.org is the best place to go for ticket information.
And you get to support a great community and hear some phenomenal musicians.
Yes.
So
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Yep. Thank you both so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. If you'd like to go, we'll put all the ticketing information that you need over on foxrochester.com.
8:38 this morning. Stick around when Arc Rochester returns. We are once again going live to Chris Lopez, who's getting the scoop on ice cream this morning.
And don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live right now on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. We're back on the other side of the break. Back. Nothing is better than enjoying a scoop of ice cream, or maybe 2 scoops.
A gallon.
3 scoops. A gallon. Nobody's judging. Thankfully for us here in the Western New York area, we're only about an hour away from one of the best local ice cream makers, Perry's ice cream.
Yeah, and this morning, Chris Lopez wanted to get his dessert straight from the factory floor. So let's go live to him this morning. Chris, I know you've already tasted a handful of flavors. What's your favorite so far?
Cotton candy, man. Hasn't changed yet. Traveled 51 minutes to get here to try cotton candy fresh off the press. We're gonna try some more right now. I'm with food technologist Sarah Martin. First of all, I want you to describe what is a food technologist and what the heck do you do?
So at Perry's, what I do is I work on new products from start to finish. So I make lab samples and I support the production line when they're running the first run of a product.
So you essentially make the ice cream.
I essentially make the ice cream that you're seeing every day at Perry's Ice Cream.
And I want to get right into it. I want to start here with the ice cream first, then we'll work our way to the bars. I want to try this one first. Can you describe what this one is and what I'm going to be tasting roughly and how long it took you guys to make this?
So these are ice cream shop exclusive flavors. So this right here is our blueberry cornbread. So it's honey ice cream with blueberry swirls and cornbread pieces. So this took about almost a year to develop. We really wanted to bring texture to your ice cream, so we're bringing a new cornbread piece into the ice cream, and textures are really popular right now. So we're hoping that that shines through in your ice cream.
So I love the creaminess of your guys' ice cream. That's always what stands out when I taste Perry's ice cream. But then you have like the bread and the slight crunch of that bread there. And then I want to move over to this one here. What's that one?
Yes, so over here we have Lavender Dream. So this is a lavender vanilla ice cream with blackberry swirls. So we really looked in the marketplace and saw that lavender and other botanicals are super popular right now. So we wanted to bring that to our scoop shops. It's really creamy, and we did a really good job trying to balance the lavender and the blackberry flavors in there.
Yeah, so the lavender doesn't kick you in the butt. Sometimes lavender, like the aromatherapy I use to go to sleep, kicks you in the face. That one is a subtlety. How do you start to kind of balance that, where you want to really punch someone in the face with flavor versus kind of let it set in as they're tasting it?
So we wanted to make sure we didn't have a really soapy ice cream. So in order to do that, we did a lot of work in the lab, trying different flavor variations, different usages on the vanilla and on the lavender flavors. So we found that the vanilla really helped to subtle out your lavender, and that helped a lot in the final product.
And then we're going to graduate to the bars here. We saw the production of the bars not too long ago. It was really fascinating. And there's two kinds of ways that you make the bars.
Yes.
And this one here I want to try.
Yes, so that is our Nutty Sundae ice cream bar. So that's vanilla ice cream with waffle cone pieces and a chocolate coating with peanuts in it. So this is actually on our wheel rather than the wire cut of what you saw today on the production floor.
Crunch is fantastic. Still the creaminess there. How long does it take you to develop the bars as opposed to the ice cream?
Still about 8 to 12 months depending on each product that we're working on.
This one here, this seems like an exclusive. This is a buffalo, right?
Yes, so this is our Buffalo Sabres flavor. This is Let's Dough Buffalo. So this is a vanilla ice cream with a chocolate cookie crumb swirl and a dark chocolate coating. So this is an extra indulgent bar. It's really supposed to bring it all to you.
Love the dark chocolate in that because there's a little bit of bitterness going on there. The future of ice cream, though, we're talking about that. I want to hit on this. I want people to listen. Where do you see the future of ice cream? That's an odd question, but there is a future of ice cream.
Yeah, so ice cream is always changing. The future of ice cream is really in novelties and extra indulgent flavors right now. People love to grab and go. They love to have a single serving that they can just take and go on the run with. So that's why we have invested so much into our Perry's novelty line.
You're essentially telling me you're either vegging out on the couch with a pint or you're taking something like this to grab and go and head to work or to lunch or wherever you want to go to get your ice cream fix. Now, non-dairy products are getting pretty big.
Yeah.
Do you see that growing even more?
I could see that growing. Perry's does have an oats cream, so we have a few non-dairy options that we can show. We have blueberry maple pecan, or not, sorry, no pecans in there, blueberry maple pancake.
Oh, okay.
And then we have a cookies and cream peanut butter. That's also a non-dairy option.
There we go. You guys have it all. Creaminess, it all starts with the milk. They still use almost 100% of the milk from the dairy cows in this surrounding area of Akron. Send it back to you guys in studio. I have to finish my plate. Dan, I will not be bringing you back any ice cream. We got to pay some bills right now. We're back with ARC Rochester in a minute.
next month, Watkins Glen International will welcome fans of all ages for the return of Go Bowling at the Glen NASCAR Cup Series.
Yeah, it's a weekend packed full of events featuring some of the best drivers facing off on the track. NASCAR Cup Series driver John Hunter Nemechek has come to the area early to talk about it, along with Watkins Glen International President Don Burlew. Good morning to you both. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
This has got to be exciting for both of you, for you racing and for you organizing. Give us an overview of what this weekend is going to look like.
We started planning last year, right at the end of the year, and we've been planning ever since. And we are Wednesday, Thursday, our campers will show up. We have parties, and they'll be qualifying, and racing starts on Friday. We've got 3 races on Friday with our Craftsman Truck Series, our ARCA Series, and HSR. Saturday we have our Xfinity, and then Sunday it's capped off with our NASCAR Cup. In between there, we've got concerts, a couple nights and fireworks, and an incredible fan zone from NASCAR that they put up in a youth zone, and then we have a pediatrics event on Friday for about 100 kids.
Wow.
What is it like playing host to tens of thousands of people for such a length of time? I mean, it's a chunk of time. People get there and nothing's going on yet. They arrive and they're ready to go.
They actually arrived before we opened the gates a day ahead, and we put them in a holding lot. They're so excited.
What?
Yes, we put them in a holding lot
Oh
starting
my
on
gosh.
Tuesday, and about 4:30, 5 o'clock on Wednesday morning, they line up to be first in line to get in for camping, even though their spots are designated to them.
It's got to be
quite an event.
Yeah, it's got to be electric for all those people waiting. And you also have to feel some of the excitement. Even though you're the one driving the car, I imagine you pick up all the vibes from people out there.
Yeah, for sure. The atmosphere and the fan base and the crowd at Watkins Glen is unlike anywhere else that we go. It's electric, it's packed. Seeing all the kids run around, seeing everyone riding bikes around, hanging out, enjoying the concerts, enjoying the fan zone. The kids zone is absolutely amazing. I was able to take my daughters there at a couple different racetracks so far this year. So I applaud NASCAR for doing that. I applaud Watkins Glen for letting NASCAR come in with the fan zone, and definitely bring your kids. It's a lot of fun.
When you're walking around, is it easy for you to walk around at an event like this, or are you just kind of mobbed by fans?
It's a little bit of both. Some fans have no idea who you are, and they're there just to enjoy the good times, and some definitely recognize you, but that's all part of it. I enjoy being able to go out and go through the campgrounds, ride bikes around, drive the golf cart around. I'll go to the bus stop and watch some of the racing action on Friday and Saturday, go over towards the S's, go hang out, and then who knows, we may go and enjoy a concert or two while we're there as well.
Very good. So not just work, but also a little bit of play too. For you, while you're driving, I'm curious to know what goes through your mind as you're going around and around and around. Do you kind of lock in, or does your mind kind of wander?
No, you're definitely locked in. I wouldn't say that we're like singing, listening to music, or doing carpool karaoke or anything of that sort. You're definitely locked in. You're focused on the task at hand. I think NASCAR is absolutely amazing from the fan perspective. From a sponsor perspective, if you have a pit pass, you're able to be on the grid with us. We're probably one of the most accessible sports when it comes to the athlete perspective. Fans, everyone, you are with us until we strap into the race cars. So after prayer, after national anthem, it's like a light switch flips for me and most of the other drivers, and then it's time to lock in. But before that, we're out in the fan zone signing autographs at the merch hauler, out doing appearances, doing suite appearances, walking around the garage. One of the coolest things that I feel like NASCAR has implemented from the fan perspective is after we get done with the drivers meeting, we actually have a red carpet walk out to driver intros. It is packed with fans, with kids signing autographs, being able to walk through, kind of getting those autographs from your favorite driver, and hopefully I'm your favorite driver.
Leading up to this, though, you don't just get in the car and go. There's a training process that goes into this. Tell us about that.
Yeah, there is. When we show up to the racetrack now, it used to be where we had 2 or 3 one-hour practice sessions. Now we show up to the racetrack, and Saturday morning we'll have a 20-minute practice session straight into qualifying. What? So there's hardly any time for us actually on track before we race. So everything that we do during the week is all simulation based. So we're in a full contained cockpit. fully immersed driving our vehicle on the racetrack before we ever get there, going through different setups, things of that sort. I would say one of the things that fans and spectators don't really understand is when we get to the racetrack, we can't change parts and components. We're locked in with the setup that we bring. So if you're off from the start of the weekend, it's probably going to be a long weekend, but that all goes back to the hard work from all the men and women at each team, but my team, especially Legacy Motor Club, and trying to bring the best product possible to the racetrack when we show up.
Very good. Well, it seems like it's going to be an amazing time, August 8th through the 10th. And for somebody interested, what do they need to know?
Come out and see us. They can get tickets. Camping is still available at theglen.com, and one of my team members will be able to help you out, and we'd love to see it. It's a great family event. It's something for everybody.
Very
terrific. Thank you both so much. We appreciate it. We'll post all this information and much more on our website after the show this morning, foxrochester.com.
And best of luck to you, too. Drive safe.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Time right now, 8:55. Much more to come this morning on ARC Rochester.
Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.
We have much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester as we continue into the 9 o'clock hour, including a closer look at what is next for the embattled Monroe County District Attorney after she tells a state commission she plans to retire.
Yeah, and then we are looking ahead to tomorrow night's kickoff of Rochester's Party in the Park. We're going to be joined by the band headlining this show for a special in-studio performance.
Yeah, stick around. We're back after this. July 16th. Thanks for sticking with us on Arc Rochester. I'm Abby Fridmann.
I'm Dan Schrack. That is meteorologist Mark McLean. Back with us once again.
No, it's not. It's Marty Snyder.
Oh, no. Oh.
It even
I'm
says it.
sorry.
Marty, come back.
Hey, can we roll the open one more time?
He's not a bad guy to be confused with, though.
He's all right.
I know.
It's all right in my
I
book.
just feel guilty.
No, it's all right.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Look at this. See, this is the kind of professional operation we run around here, folks.
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
Good Wednesday morning, July 16th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Abby Fridmann.
I'm Dan Schrack. That is meteorologist Marty Snyder. He's back with us once again to give us a check of the forecast and the answer to the question, the weather question of the morning.
Which I think you guys already have a pretty good idea of what it may be.
I think so.
I think you got a little leg up on this one. But yeah, we're talking about the hurricane season, the next storm that would be named. There's a system down in the Gulf, not a storm yet, but if that one receives a name, that would be Dexter. Now, Dexter replaces a name that was retired back in 2019. We want to know what name was it that was retired back then. And your choices, Desmond, Dorian, Diego, or Dahlia. It was a D name. Let's see, do we have some guesses from folks in the public? We have Julie
got a couple.
with B, Cheryl with B.
Anything on Instagram this morning?
Nothing
on
yet.
Insta.
That is my guess as well, Dorian.
Yes,
Okay.
Dorian all the way.
Okay, so you guys knew it. And I think Mark had mentioned it earlier in the week. I wasn't sure if
Really
he did.
briefly, though.
Yeah, so I figured we'll go ahead and go with that anyway, just given the fact that, folks who are watching, they should have a little advantage on that one.
Now, let me ask you, as a follow-up to this, say this storm does not develop and, makes its way off. Is Dexter still the next one to be used?
Correct, yeah. So the next one that gets a name would be that. So this would receive a number initially, and then it would escalate to a name after that, Tropical Storm Dexter or whatever the next name in the series would be. And they go A, B, C, D, alternating genders throughout
Good to know.
the series.
I'll make sure to write that down so I don't ask it again.
Yeah. No, it's a good question. And there's a system to it. It was mentioned before, every 6 years they go through a list of names. So next year's names would be the ones from 2020. They would get reused if there weren't any that were retired from that season. So there's a system to it.
Yeah,
The names start to come
method
back
to
over
the
time.
madness.
Yeah.
That's neat.
All right, now we have to talk about Muddy Paws. Yes. Jay is today's dog of the day.
Yes.
A little connection to our family here.
Who is Jaybird?
She's my sweet little bird.
Yeah,
She does not like the rain. She does not like getting wet.
Does she like the raincoat, though? I
She
mean,
loves
she looks cute.
She loves
in
the
that
raincoat.
Yeah.
She wore it to the vet a few weeks ago, and they were gushing
Aw.
for her.
And it's some dogs like the clothing, others don't.
Yeah.
She doesn't really like clothing, but she hates being wet and she hates being cold. So the raincoat is kind of like, all right, the lesser of two evils. I
She understands a purpose.
She does, yes. She doesn't
need to
understand
get her
much, but she gets that.
Little galoshes.
We've thought about it. She has no fur, really. She is mostly flesh. So she is very sensitive to the hot and the cold.
Yeah.
I've looked at shoes online for her because her little feet can't stand the heat.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I don't think she'd wear them.
Yeah, and that's it. I know some of the dogs do a little dancey thing with
Yeah.
the shoes on.
Yep.
But these next couple of days is one of those cases where we'll have a couple thunderstorms. So wet paws is not going to be a huge amount of rain for most areas, but just enough to cause that to have to be something to be monitored. And then Friday, Saturday would dry out. Sunday, maybe a little passing shower at that point. So overall, fairly dry for for many of the next 5 days. But there are those few little chances in there we could pick up a little couple showers or two making their way through. Today it's mainly going to be the heat, and as we all know, the heat and humidity sometimes they yield a few thunderstorms, so that's why that chance is there for a little bit of rain today. But we do have that heat advisory. It's in effect for a lot of the area. Potential heat index in the 90s, likely closing in on the mid 90s, and that's the range that triggers one of these heat advisories. That'll be in effect for a lot of the area today. But the air temperature, that'll continue to rise rapidly back into the upper 80s during the afternoon. And again, that's when that chance of thunderstorms will be there. Not much out there right now. Still pretty quiet for us at this point. But we will see a few new showers and thunderstorms try to pop up as we head deeper into the day. Look out over Lake Erie there. You can see one little lone cell that's just starting to try to pop up. And that may be the story where we see a couple of those try to form as we go through the day today. But for the most part right now, can see that sunshine is winning out. We're going to hold on to some of that for a lot of the day today, and that'll help to really drive those temperatures up. But right now, 78 degrees. That dew point, that continues to rise. That's up to 70 right now. That's a very humid range to be in, and that will stay pretty elevated. And there you can see that risk of a couple showers by noon, maybe a few more of those popping up through the afternoon and early evening. Again, not really widespread, but at least a few will be out there. So if you're going to be out during that afternoon, evening time frame, just expect a few of those to be around. Then after midnight, a lot of that just tapers off and fairly quiet for a lot of the remainder of the night. And then for tomorrow, a little bit of sun returns. Once again, tomorrow, I can't rule out a shower or a thunderstorm. This one computer model in particular doesn't really show too many across the area, but that potential is still there tomorrow. So I just want you to be aware of that as well. But next couple days, at least well into the 80s for highs, upper 80s during those afternoons, probably only down to 73 tonight. That's about 10 degrees above average for this time of year. Still pretty humid then. And then for Friday, that's when temperatures start to pull back a little bit, 76 then. Also, the humidity drops down. So we have those two things working in our favor then to make Friday have a very different feel than many of these recent days. Then back into the 80s, but not as high into that category over Saturday and Sunday, 83 and 80 for those highs, and then kind of hovering in that lower half of the 80s into Monday and Tuesday. So really not bad for a lot of these upcoming days. A couple little chances of showers and thunderstorms, but none of the upcoming days look to be washouts. Just one of those cases where we have to be aware that maybe a couple could form, thunderstorm or two during the afternoon today.
Yeah.
Listen, some of us need that rain. You know?
Yeah, and that's it. You know, we've talked about some of the flooding that's played out over recent weeks across the area. Some areas have seen a lot of rain, others have not seen as much. So there still are quite a few places that still could use some rain, even though, you know, we've been covering flooding on and off over time. It's one of those cases where during the summer you see a lot of that variability since these thunderstorms pop up over one area and then drop down and really don't cover the entire region.
And listen, thankfully, are we going to get rain here in Henrietta? Is that, do you see that?
The focus is
potentially
especially
happening?
south and east of Rochester. So yeah, the potential is
Okay.
there, not the highest risk. Finger Lakes is highest risk today.
I'm just wondering, with McLean out, have you been tasked with watering the garden?
He hasn't asked me.
Have you been tasked with
What do you
watering
think?
the garden?
I'm not
that's-
allowed near the garden.
There's an alarm system.
I've been
to keep her
banned.
Oh
away.
no.
I looked at it the one day and one of the flowers went like that.
She
And they
has
were
a
like,
shock collar.
ouch.
Hiding from Abby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we got to make sure that happens.
Don't look at me. I'm not allowed.
We'll keep an eye on it.
I'm just.
Kim up front, she does a great job.
Kim does
working
do
on
a
it. Yeah.
really
Kim,
great
if
job.
you're watching, and
you go to
we
the
got to make
plants for us?
sure, because nobody left us like a checklist,
The marching orders.
a
No.
to-do. Yeah.
Mark was not very commanding when he walked out the door yesterday. He
No,
was like,
he ran.
See ya.
He ran.
I'm gone.
Yeah. Saw
Well-deserved vacation.
The dust follow him
Yeah.
out. Hey, stick around. We've got a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we are going behind the story this Wednesday morning.
And don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live right now on the 13 Web YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We're back after this.
9:10 this morning, we are taking you behind the story as Monroe County could soon have a new district attorney.
DA Sandra Doorley says she plans to step down. That's according to a report from the State Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct.
Yeah, the commission recommending public censure for Doorley following a controversial traffic stop last year.
Now, you might remember that incident from last April. DA Doorley was caught speeding and then refused to pull over, driving all the way to her home instead. She later apologized but refused to step down from her position.
Yeah, now, according to a report from the State Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct, Doorley says she will resign, but no word on when.
13 WAM's Carly Miner has more on this story.
The New York State Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct is recommending a public censure of Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley.
How we do our work, how we operate, is we investigate a complaint, and if we believe there's reason to bring formal charges, I, as the administrator, go to the commission and I seek authorizations for a formal charge. And so in this matter, DA Doorley was formally charged with this conduct.
According to a transcript from a deposition on March 12th before the commission, Doorley said, quote, "I want the community to know that I'm sorry. I want to protect the integrity of the office, and I just want to go away, and I wish you'd just let me retire." Doorley also told the commission, "I would ask you just let me ride off into the sunset. I mean, I've already sold my house in Webster. We bought a house in South Carolina. My husband's living down there. It's time for me to go." Following the release of the commission's recommendation, Doorley, whose term runs through 2027, indicated she will continue to hold her position and serve the people of Monroe County. We asked for clarification on when and how Doorley intends to vacate the position. Her office deferred comment to her attorney, Robert Masters. In a statement, Masters said in part, simply stated, "Today is not a day to discuss any future plans regarding Sandra's prospective retirement. She will be certain to alert the public of any future plans at the appropriate time."
Prosecutors are trusted public officials, and any time a prosecutor's conduct, whether it's an elected district attorney or an assistant district attorney, creates an appearance that they are somehow above the law, that harms public trust.
When this story originally came to light, it blew up, and people immediately took a side when it came to the situation there with DA Sandra Doorley. Some people very adamant about the fact that what she did was very, very wrong. Others coming out in support of her saying, it seemed way worse than it actually was.
Yeah. But I think the argument that many people made when the situation played out was, what if that were me behind the wheel of that car?
Sure.
Would I get that same treatment? And the answer is likely no.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't get that same treatment. Now, we did speak to people just yesterday, looking for reaction to what the Commission on Prosecutorial Conduct determined in this case. Have a listen to what they say because, again, still mixed.
I'm pleased with the decision made by the commission, and it's a long time coming, and I believe it sends a message to the public and everyone that none of us are above the law. It sends a message about the integrity and justice that needs to be withheld in the Monroe County District Attorney's office, and you can't use privilege, power, or any of those things to influence and usurp the law, and we all have to abide by them.
Absolutely. It moved kind of at a snail's pace, but we're glad that justice is finally realized in this matter. No one has special privileges when it comes to the law. No one can break the law willy-nilly and think they can get over on it, which she did that day when she ran from police, speeding from police, and then made excuses to go inside of her home, putting officers' safety at risk is inexcusable. And as the district attorney, she should have known better.
I think if you look at her, everything she's done for the community, I think that you can't judge a person by an incident like that. I think that she did do, that probably wasn't the appropriate response she should have had, and I think she has admitted that as well. And I think that was unfortunate, but I do not think I don't think that was her personality. And I've read things, oh, that's her personality, it shows her true nature. It does not. You don't see, you saw a clip, the average person saw a clip of Sandra Doorley. They didn't see a picture. And there's a big difference.
And you just heard from Lynn Mazurkowitz there about Sandra Doorley and her relationship there. And, you know, one thing that I do think is worth noting is Sandra Doorley did put out a video kind of explaining her side of the story. Maybe not explaining is the right word. I would say apologizing to the community for what happened. And that was, you know, well over a year ago, back right when the incident happened in April of 2024. And we haven't seen her really at all since then.
No. She declined request after request after request for sit-down interviews with outlets, only granting one sit-down interview to one news organization, answering their line of questioning, and really has not made very many public statements about this incident since then. And yesterday, her office deferring to her attorney about when she could potentially be stepping down from this position. I feel for the people of Monroe County. They see this as a big blemish on the office of district attorney right now. There's a large number of community members who, you heard from some of them right there, who say this is not okay. This should not have been able to go for a year and however many months with nothing happening.
Ashley, I want to see if we can pull up some of the comments to see if we actually have them. We should have some graphics made from some folks on social media.
Yeah, I'm sure people are weighing in.
Yeah. Okay, so Susan Bannister on a Facebook comment said, I think people in positions of authority should lead by example. Her example in this situation was very poor. Do we want our 19 and 20-year-olds talking to police like this? It would have just been as easy for her to be respectful and own up.
Kathy there says, unfortunately, 10 minutes does not define all the good she has done for the community, but yes, time to retire.
John taking her side, saying she's an awesome person and does an awesome job.
We've got more here. Lisa says, people make mistakes, but you're in a position of prosecuting others for their mistakes. You should retire immediately. You are and should be held to a higher standard given your position. Bow gracefully and step down.
And I think that is worth noting. She, I believe in that video, said, you know, I am not innocent here. Like, you know, I did make a mistake.
Absolutely.
She owned the fact that she made a mistake and, you know, paid the ticket, and confessed to the crime.
Who hasn't made mistakes in their life? We make them all the time.
Absolutely.
We absolutely do.
Yep.
However, when you are a notable public figure, you are held to a different standard, a higher standard. The bar is higher for you.
Yep.
The stakes are higher.
This individual commenting, quote, there are worse crimes being committed out here in the community. Here's someone that has given our city great DA defense for many years, and this is how they're handling it. So sad, we have to do better.
I'm wondering, Ashley, do we have more? We don't.
All
okay.
Right, last one.
Yeah, I'm sure there are many comments on social media, and I'm sure there are comments on social media that we can't show you on television as well, because this is people have strong emotions about this.
Absolutely.
Strong emotions about this.
And they have from the very beginning.
Absolutely. Again, going back to the what if that were you in that situation? Would you be given that same treatment?
Her term runs through 2027.
Yes.
Really interesting to see what plays out over the next few days, few weeks, few months. You know, this has, like you said, been moving very slowly. And now I think it's picking up speed. You know,
it'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if she actually comes forward and, you know, speaks out on this on the report that was released yesterday, makes any statements regarding what she had to say to that commission. And and speaking to retirement and seeing when she plans on doing that, when she plans on stepping down. And I know there are other questions as to if and when she does step down, how do we get a new DA? Is there a special election? Is it someone that is appointed by the governor? And that's all based on when that retirement announcement comes.
Right. Yep. Lots more to learn with this story. If you would like to see our complete coverage, head over to 13wham.com. You can find all of that there and much more.
Stick around. We've got a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, it's this morning's Political Pulse.
We're back after this. .23, time for a political pulse check. This morning we're discussing the Supreme Court giving the Trump administration the green light to continue mass layoffs at the Department of Education.
Yeah, the justice is lifting a lower court ruling that had indefinitely paused that plan. The 3 liberal justices dissented, with Justice Sotomayor warning it could impact the Constitution's separation of powers because the agency can only be dismantled by Congress. Lawyers for the Trump administration say they are not closing the department, just downsizing it.
Governor Kathy Hochul sharing a statement saying in part, quote, "As governor, I'm determined to ensure every New Yorker can access a quality, affordable education and that every teacher has the support they need to help students succeed."
Now, for more on these staffing cuts and what it could potentially mean going forward, we're joined now by the Director of Community Impact at the Children's Agenda in Rochester, Eamon Scanlon. Eamon, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, Dan.
Absolutely. I want to dive right in here. What is your initial reaction and what is the stance from the Children's Agenda just at the thought of dissolving the Department of Education and downsizing the Department of Education?
Yeah, we're very disappointed in the decision and really oppose it. Stepping back from what the Supreme Court did, the Trump administration and the Secretary of Education have made it very clear that they want to eliminate the Department of Education. And this is a step in that direction. And the impact that this will have, the layoffs, is going to create disruptions and really make it difficult for the department to do its duties, which affect a lot of things in New York State, not just for K-12 education, but also it'll make it harder for kids to get access to loans for college. One of the main priorities and one of the biggest departments for the U.S. Department of Education is the federal loan program. So there's going to be a lot of disruptions, and it's unclear what will happen to the federal money that goes to K-12 schools. We know, separate from this decision, that the Trump administration is holding up about $6.9 billion. $411 million of that is earmarked for New York State. And that's money to go to schools for a number of specialized programs, as well as after school and summer learning. So there's a lot of fear and a lot of anxiousness around what school programming will be affected as a result of this decision.
Eamon, forgive me here because this might seem like a silly question, but I imagine that a lot of people at home are asking themselves this. What specifically does the Department of Education offer to students, to teachers, to anybody in the district that is irreplaceable, that once it goes away, there is no getting it back?
Well, I think there's two pieces that they have a very important role that the states do not do as much on. And I think there's a research component which the U.S. Department of Education collects statistics on education throughout the nation, and that's part of the nation's report card. And so that's really important for education researchers nationally, and it's gonna damper and cause a problem for a lot of the research that's going on right now to improve schools and to monitor how kids are doing based on different populations of students in different regions. So there's an accountability and an improvement mechanism that gets severely weakened or taken away. They also oversee enforcement and accountability of federal civil rights law for kids. So kids with disabilities, kids of different races or genders are at a greater risk of their rights being violated, and there not being any accountability for that because there won't be a strong watchdog at the federal level. And as I said before, I think one of their biggest roles is actually not in K through 12 education, but it's the federal loan program for Pell Grants and when kids apply to go to college. And that program's already very difficult and confusing, but this could make it more so and harder if there are any problems that students have with getting access to loans.
With so much at stake, with so much being done within the Department of Education, I know the Trump administration says, we understand only Congress has the power to do this. We're just doing a reorganization and downsizing a little bit. Similarly to what we saw with USAID. Is there a fear that we downsize so much and we leave, quote unquote, mission critical employees only? And then you've got the U.S. Department of Education being run by, 5 people and nothing can get done because 5 people cannot run an entity like that?
Exactly. I mean, and that's a step in that direction that they're taking with these layoffs, because the Trump administration knows it is up to Congress to eliminate the department. So they're pushing as hard as they can to cripple it and to make it difficult for the department to do its work. But they've also stated, the president and the Secretary of Education, very clearly that their goal is to eliminate the department. And in no uncertain terms, that's what they're trying to do with these layoffs. And that puts at risk a lot of important programs, but also what we haven't talked as much about, K through 12 funding. That is specifically earmarked for kids with disabilities, kids who are learning English as a second language, kids living in poverty. The most vulnerable students are really at risk if we close the U.S. Department of Education and the programming they depend on. And that clearly is the goal of the Trump administration.
Thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate the insight. Is there anything else you think families at home need to know about? Anything they should do to prepare as we look ahead to, let's say, the upcoming school year or, even down the road at college or, further education?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to pay attention to your local school district's budget. How is this impacting it? What are some changes that might have to be made to support some of those most vulnerable students? And talk to your representatives in Congress if you're upset about this. I mean, it's important that there is a dialogue about the impact this is having in people's communities.
Eamon Scanlon from the Children's Agenda. Eamon, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with us. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Time right now is 9:31. Much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester.
We are back after this. Good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. It's time to check in with our good friend and nutritionist Kelley Springer, because not only is she launching her own online shop, she's also looking ahead to an upcoming event that's all about innovations in women's health.
Yeah, for more on Kelley's marketplace and how you can get involved in the upcoming event in Skinny Atlas, we're joined by the one and only Kelley Springer. Kelley, big things happening for you. We're so excited.
There are so many big things happening, right? I love what I do. You know, I love being a registered dietitian. And when we were out at our Food Nutrition Expo in Minneapolis this past year, I got to run into a person that said, Kelley, you can have your own pots and pans line. And I was like, yes, why wouldn't I?
Absolutely. So talk to us about the line. What do you have?
All right, so if you go to kellyschoice.org, all you need to do is click on Kelley's Marketplace, and it's going to connect you right to this site. You're going to see amazing pots and pans line. Plus, as you can see here, we have the induction range. This makes it super easy. If you're traveling this summer in an RV, if you're going out on the boat, this is fantastic. You can be able to use this anywhere. And we love it for cooking demos as well. But we have everything from our baking utensils to knives. As you can see, all of these different things there. Just click right there. It brings you right to the site and you can buy these. Plus, throughout the year, we're going to be doing different cooking tips, and we're going to put those on Instagram. So make sure to follow us at Kelley's Choice_nutrition, and you can find out how you can utilize all of these amazing cooking tools right there at kellyschoice.org and also on Instagram.
Wow, that is pretty impressive, Kelley. Curious to know, because I'm sure some people will be wondering, when it comes to the material that the cookware is made up of, is it pretty healthy? I know a lot of people are worried about the chemicals and stuff like that that goes into pots and pans and utensils. Do you have any information on that?
Yes, these are all stainless steel. So we are going with the top of the line, fantastic, amazing products that you can feel good about as well.
Very good.
Kelley, I'm on the website right now.
Okay.
Thumbing through. Thumbing through. Is there any item in particular that you love more than the rest?
Well, I love this pot here. This is one of the ones we use the most for. This is for pasta, making salads. We also do hard-boiled eggs. I think this is one of the best pots you can possibly get. It's the right size. It fits in my under my drawer as well. This is one of the things I think I personally utilize the most.
Let me ask you, because you mentioned induction cooking with that frying pan right there.
Yeah.
With induction cooking, can I still use those pots and pans that work on the induction stovetop on my gas stovetop?
You can use anything you want on here. This goes from about 140 to 460 degrees. It has a timer with it. You can use any of these pots and pans you see here on this induction stove.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. Yeah. And Kelley, before I want to move on to the next topic is what I was trying to say. You have this Women's Innovation event that's happening, and that sounds really incredible. Tell us what that is.
So this is our very first one. It's going to be on July 23rd at Skinny Atlas Country Club. It truly is our first ever Innovations in Women's Health event. There's going to be 3 different panels, and they're going to go from the cost of wellness and employers. That's going to be led by Hanna Denson from Virus RX. This is going to be diving into pharmacy benefits and what companies can do to support their teams and employees. Panel 2 is going to be new technology in women's health. This is hosted by Delia from Bexa and also Tracy Bennett from Seek. They're going to be talking about new in the latest technology in breast health and also vaginal health. This is new tech coming out. It's really cool. And then panel 3 is going to be led by me, and this is community and impact on women's health. And we're going to be diving in with Life Chef and talking about medically tailored meals, also talking to one of the doctors from Associates for Women, and also having Alex Canavan about what she's doing in Central New York to really bring about wellness in our community. So it is a free event. We're so excited. You can donate to our nonprofit called Nutrition Education for All. That's up to you if you want to donate, but it truly is a free event. You're going to learn so much, and it's right in the morning, so it makes it easy to get in and kind of get out. Starts at 8:30 in the morning and ends at about 11:30.
Terrific. Kelley Springer, thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it. One more time for somebody sitting at home, remind them, though, about the other services you offer with your nutritionists.
Thank you. Yes, we have 50 dietitians across the United States. We are in network with Blue Cross Blue Shield, Cigna, Aetna, United Healthcare, Medicare, United Health Plan. And you can go to just kellyschoice.org and book your registered dietitian today. We are here to help, and in most cases, it is covered by insurance.
Very good. Kelley, thank you for the time. Congratulations again. We appreciate all that you do.
And we look forward to getting our own pots and pans in the mail very soon. Gratis on the house, courtesy of you, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Kelley.
Thank you.
Much more to get to this morning on ARC Rochester. When we come back, we are sitting down with the headlining band, helping to kick off the return of Party in the Park.
Hey, and don't forget, you can watch us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live right now on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. ARC Rochester returns after this.
ready to sing, dance, and party in the park? Because the return of the Rochester Concert Series kicks off tomorrow night with a very special Taylor Swift tribute band headlining the stage at MLK Park.
Yeah, and this morning we are getting a special look at tomorrow's show. For more, we're joined now by members from the headliners, Cruel Summer, Alyssa and Matt. It's been a long time since we've had you both in studio.
And it's been a long time coming. Yes, thank you very much. We're so excited to be back here and to be playing in Rochester. Like, the Rochester shows are just so fun.
I always forget that you're not based out of Rochester, right?
We are actually. Yes.
You've been traveling around.
We have been traveling. That's the thing. So when we get to do a Rochester show, it is in your home, and you see so many familiar faces in the crowd. It's just so fun.
Yeah. Where have you been? Where have you guys gone? What have you been up to?
Oh, we've been busy. We've gone to Long Island, Texas. We have a show in Virginia. We're going to Cape Cod next month.
Scranton next week.
Yes, yeah. Scranton, Pennsylvania next week. Home of The Office.
It's got to be, honestly, a dream. Going around, doing your shows, performing for, people that you obviously care about. You love the fans, you love the music, and you get to explore some pretty cool places too, like Cape Cod this time of year. Are you kidding me?
I mean, right though.
Oh my God, nothing wrong
we
with
feel
it.
extremely lucky to be able to do this. And yeah, we have so much fun doing it. Our band, we're all very close, and we just get to go explore and then get to play to people like that.
Oh,
that's crazy.
And that's what I want to talk about, because we have musicians come in here quite frequently, and I typically throw one same question at all of them. I want to ask about the energy on stage and the energy in the crowd, and that exchange, that push and pull, that relationship that
real.
You feed off of and they feed off of yours too. How does that work?
That is so real. That's a great question. Especially with the Taylor music, I feel like there's such a wide spectrum of her music. Some of it's really slow and like the ballady stuff, and then some of it's just, like 1989 with Shake It Off. And it's so cool to see the shifts, especially with the different demographics in the crowd of like who likes what genre the best or which era. And I absolutely 100% just feed right off the crowd. And I know you guys do too. I see Levi gets really into it, our drummer.
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge range in age. Sometimes it's people's the kids' very first concert ever, seeing live music. Sometimes it's all the way up and everyone with their friends. And the thing too is we're all there celebrating Taylor's music. Yeah. So I think it's just a big party,
Yeah. I saw you guys at the Lilac Festival, like I was talking about during the commercial break, and was so completely wowed, first of all, at the talent.
So sweet. Thank you.
And second of all, at the audience, too. Like you said, all different ages.
Yes.
And, what's it like when you see the little ones come up and, they're just so enamored and, they want to be you, essentially.
Yeah. I have actually teared up on stage, seeing these little ones get so excited, and they just. What's so cool of what we get to do is for people that didn't get to see the Eras Tour or never got to travel or, couldn't afford the tickets or whatever because the tickets were astronomical, we get to provide a space where they can just all sing together and be in a safe space and celebrate Taylor's music, and we feel so lucky to do that.
I want to know, has Taylor Swift ever seen you guys perform?
Oh yeah, she'll be there. No.
Huge fan of Party in the Park.
Has she ever? She watches our show on a daily basis. No, has she ever seen a video? Have you guys ever shared it with her?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
I doubt. She is very active on social media, it's possible. I have tagged her and stuff before, and so have you. But doubtful, because she probably gets tagged in so many things.
Taylor, come on.
Come on,
Give
Tay.
him a shout out.
Tay, let us know you approve, girl.
Send a friendship bracelet. What the hey?
Gosh, I don't know how she couldn't approve of it. You guys are getting ready for your show, Party in the Park, which, is a fan favorite around here. Tell us about what people can expect.
Oh, well, you're going to get a 2.5-hour show from us. We're going to go through all the eras, one at a time.
Big surprises this one.
Yeah, we've added some surprises, new songs, new dances, new outfits. So we're really excited about that. And then we have BB Dang opening for us. So, yeah, and they're fantastic. So we're really excited. It's going to be a great night.
Did you say a 2.5-hour show?
I did. No breaks. Yes.
How do you sustain How do you do that?
Okay, I'll tell you the worst thing is not the voice, it's these bad boys.
The shoes. Oh my gosh.
How do you do that?
I mean, it's just the show it's still a shortened show of what she does, but it's just, it flows well. She has so many good songs. I mean, Lilac, we did a 90-minute set, and you had to cut outfit changes to get stuff in because it was so tight.
It felt like I got off the stage and I was like, that was like a speed round.
Yeah.
Like it was nuts.
Wow.
But it took it's kind of like anything. If you're training for a marathon, you do a little bit at a time. I've never trained for a marathon. Take my advice. But for singing, I assume it's the same thing because you have to build up to that stamina of doing 2.5 hours and moving and interacting and running off and getting changed, etc.
Wow. So it's fantastic. Party in the Park. Everybody's looking forward to it. Don't go anywhere. You either. When we come back, we're going to be getting a little performance from Cruel Summer live in studio.
Stick around. We're back on the other side of the break.
With more from the band Cruel Summer, a Taylor Swift tribute band. They're getting ready to headline the kickoff to Party in the Park tomorrow night at MLK Park. Thank you both so much for sticking around. Now, you are a Taylor Swift tribute band, but you also do some original pieces, yes?
We do. We do. Yes, we actually have a couple of original projects. This one's Roses and Revolutions, and the song is called The Pint. It's one of the very first ones we ever put out, and it kind of launched us to be able to do this full time, and you can hear it on TV shows, which is kind of cool.
Which TV shows?
We've been on Selling Sunset, Love Island UK, Blackish,
Wow.
The Kardashians.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Cruel Summer, but Roses and Revolutions as well.
Yes. Thank you.
When you see the lights up high, meet me in the pines. When you see the air in the sky, meet me in the pines. We'll dance all the troubles away. Only the trees keep us in line. We'll be gone by light of day. Leave all our secrets behind. Meet me in the pines. Meet me in the pines. When you hear the bell ring twice, meet me in the pines. When the jack rolls the die, ice. Meet me in the pines, and we'll dance all the troubles away. Only the trees keep us in line. We'll be gone by light of day. Leave all our secrets behind. Meet me in the pines. Ooh, hey. Hey. When you've gone and lost your way, meet me in the pines. When there's nothing left to say, meet me in the pines. We'll dance all the troubles away. Only the trees keep us in line. We'll be gone by the light of day. Leave all our secrets behind. Through the flames forever we'll stay. Hand on heart, heart on mind. We'll be gone by light of day. Leave all our secrets behind. Meet me in the pines.
Welcome back. Time for our final thoughts of the morning on ARC Rochester. And honestly, we're just going to hand it right back to the band Cruel Summer to play us out this morning. You can catch them at Party in the Park as that gets ready to kick off at MLK Park.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Cruel Summer, but also Roses and Revolutions.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Late night, realize driving steady, but I'm ready for the whiplash. Coffee and cigarettes, almost empty, but we're buzzing from the regret. Just you and me, dancing in a daydream. You and me, lost in the clouds. Just you and me, dancing in a daydream. Don't wanna wake up right now, don't wanna wake up right now. barefoot in tall grass. We've reached the palace, but I'm betting that it won't last. Bright lights and mirror ball. We might be hurting, but I'm ready for the free fall. Just you and me dancing in a daydream. You and me lost in the clouds. Just you and me dancing in a daydream. Don't wanna wake up right now. Don't wanna wake up right now. And if I open my eyes, if I open my eyes, will it all unravel? And if I turn the page, if I turn the page, will I lose my shadow? And if I open my eyes, if I open my eyes, will it all unravel? And if I turn the page, if I turn the page, will I lose my shadow? You and me dancing in a daydream. You and me lost in the clouds. Just you and me dancing in a daydream. Don't wanna wake up right now.
And remember it.
Thank you both.
Thank you guys. For having
Oh my
us.
God, you guys are
Absolute
awesome.
pleasure
Thank you
all
so
day.
much.